Good morning. I take immense pleasure and great privilege in introducing architect Xavier Benedict, architect and wetland enthusiast, completed architecture degree from School of Architecture and Planning, Anna University, Chennai, an MBA from Manchester University Management School, UK, handled various large-scale projects around the world, including Kudangulam Township Master Planning, SRM University Campus, SRM Public School, Dalmia Cement Township, Kadapa Nariyalur, CDAC IT Park, TRIL Infotech Park, IITM National Center for Combustion, ISRO License Office, etc. He is passionate and actively involved in the promotion and conservation of Pulicat Lagoon since 2007 through this registered NGO RDE Foundation. The organization is empowering more than 120 women through Palmyra Leaves Handicraft. RDE is associate partner of UN Habitat under World Urban Campaign and also maintaining a museum for creating awareness on Pulicat Lagoon at Palaverkadu, Tamil Nadu. Associate partner of UN Habitat, WUC, and member of GNDR. Their work was recognized in World Expo 2012, South Korea. He is a member of ICOMOS India, IUNC, CEM South Asia, and COA, life members of BNHS, YMCA, and Photographic Society of India. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mani Meghle. Thank you for the opportunity. And this is the talk which I want to give it to the youngsters as I am able to speak from my own experience, because for past 22 years I've been practicing. Practicing means after graduating from the college, so that's a year I started my practice. And if I want to say something to the students, and I want to share my own experience, so that after your college or during your college, how to mold your life or how to shape your future. That's the message I thought I can put across. Everyone will have a different experience, so I want to share my experience, for which I should thank Mani Meghle for the opportunity, and the college and the principal and the dean. Professional challenges, yes. As you all today sitting at home and facing a lot of challenge, yes, that challenge is due to the COVID pandemic. But in your life, you will see lots of challenge, and the basic of all the challenges, your money. How do you manage your money? How do you earn your money? And money is the only reason. I don't think so, because money can be earned through many ways. But as you're an architect, how do you establish yourself? And that also finally boils down to money only. Money, because I'm putting in a very blank statement, because end of the day everything is measured in that way only. So to establish your profession, establish yourself in the profession, you need to build up many things. So for which you need to do a slow and steady growth walk, I would say. I want to just put there is a nice word John Grisham used to put it in his book, faster you run, harder you fall. Faster you run, harder you fall. It's a nice meaning in it, because when you run faster and when you fall, it will be hard. When you run slow and steady, you can run for a longer distance, and you can establish yourself healthy and wealthy. So always make sure that you take one step at a time, and also continuous regular step. So that's what I want to present it, and I'll keep myself in a very short and sweet way, within 35-45 minutes maximum. This slide is moving. Yes, are you able to see the first slide? Just want to show you how I manage my life and who I am. My name is Xavier Benedict, of course. I am an architect, and I have my own trust, which is called RDE Foundation. And I do lots of things around the wetland. And I'm a member of IUCN also. I'm one of the rare breed to be a member of ICOMOS and IUCN. If you want to know what is ICOMOS, ICOMOS is the organization which advises United Nations for World Heritage status. And IUCN similarly advises the world body and all the governments around the world to red list the birds and trees. So I am one of the rarest breed to be both in both organization. And I'm also a product designer. A product designer, as a designer, I do a lot of work with palm leaf craft, handicrafts. So I do a lot of design through that. In the last 14 years, I'm doing that. And as well as I'm a researcher. I'm a researcher. I mean, I do lots of research and publish papers. Even published one book, and supported by the Embassy of Netherlands and Anna University, and a couple of about 5 to 6 international papers. And of course, everybody will have that challenge called family man. I'm a family man. So how do I manage all this? How do I do this? How do I keep myself happy? And there are challenges. And with architecture, definitely you'll have more challenges. It's not easy to walk up easy, nice path, rosy path, because unless until you have a backup or a background with you. For me, I don't have any background as such, like a wealthy father. It is just a normal middle class family, and I need to start my own journey. I started it like that. So after graduating from architecture, from School of Architectural Planning, I decided myself that I need to do something unique from others. Unique, everybody will say I want to unique. But how? What is that? Definitely, if you think in that way, something will fall in place. Your dream will shape you. That's what Dr. Abdul Kalam used to say. Your dream will shape you. Yes, dream something which is bigger, and one point of time, definitely you will attain that dream. So I am in the middle path of that. So always dream. After graduating in 1997 from architecture, bachelor's and the master's in 1999, I always said, okay, I need to do something very unique, which is very different from others. So I did two master's degree. One is Masters of Architecture and Master of Business Administration. It's a funny. That itself, I thought there should be a unique. I did it. After graduating from the Lancaster University, lucky enough to get a job, and I started my journey in England. Then something told me that you have to go back to India. Luckily, the thing is, I took a challenge to come back to India, and I started my firm. The firm was Anamika Architects and Designers. Still, I have the name called Anamika Architects and Designers. Yes. If you take this photograph on first slide, I'm multitasking. How do I do this multitasking with Anamika Architects and Designers, with RD Foundation, with product design? I do lots of things by typical planning, and basically to make myself happy. And are you happy? Always you should ask yourself, are you happy? Don't say that you're not happy. How do you know that you're not happy? That also a question. Something it tells in the bottom of your heart. Oh, nice, that's nice. We have achieved something. We have made something today. We have made difference in somebody else's life. So I asked that question, why I do it? I did it all these things only by saying that I'm very, very happy about it. I'm happy in bottom of my heart, whether I have money or food in my table. Something else has told me that I'm happy. It's not only the food on the table. So to find that whether you are happy or not, it's not easy. At your age, particularly after your college or during your college, it's not easy to, because as you're 18 years to 22 years, it's not easy to find your life path easily. So, but what you have to do is open your eyes, open your ears to many things. Start reading many things. Start observing people. Start challenging yourself. Put yourself in many challenges. Then you will know what you are, how you are, and what makes you really happy. That's how I traced my life. And how do I do it? Guys, this I always tell all the students. Put a list. Always write it on paper. Nowadays, we are all very smart enough to have a smartphone. But that's a real bad habit. Don't put it in the smartphone, put it on a paper, piece of paper. Write things. What do I want to do in a larger scale? I always do this way. You believe me or not, till today I'm doing it. Till today means today, till this morning also I did it. What I have to do today. Because today is June 1st. So I said, okay, what I'm going to do in the June month, 2021. I did the same thing on the 1st of January, writing what I'm going to do for the next 12 months. Every decade, 2021 January, I did it for the decade, 10 years. I always write that way. Always make sure that you list yourself. Things to do. Things to do what? 10 years? I did it. In 1997, I did it. In 2000, I always believe that one year which I changed my life when I decided to come back to India. Even though my family doesn't live in, my family means my mother and brothers and everybody, entire family don't live in India. I decided to come back to India. I wrote on a piece of paper, I still have the paper, that I need to do such things, and made a decision to come back. That was a decision of my life. So I wrote that on paper, and I used to write for 10 years, 5 years, and everyday activity and everyday list to do. So this really molded me. Am I boasting myself? Not boasting, it is just to share the experience. Right now, am I happy about it? Yes, I'm very much happy about it. So these are the professional challenges I need to say, and I will take you through architecture also. Through architecture, and this I want to tell the youngsters, young guys like you and girls like you, should plan yourself, for which you start today. Just write yourself, what are you going to be in 10 years? What are you going to be in 5 years? How do I achieve the 10th year plan? For which what I have done today, yesterday, and tomorrow. So always do the list. And it's all boils down to why you're doing it. Is it making you happy? Nowadays, people say you have to stand for yourself, but you have to stand for your own family also. Always believe that you should not be selfish. Family, I mean, not only father and mother, your siblings, as well as your surrounding and your environment, ecology. So are you happy, and are you taking care of all these things? So you have to plan such a way that it is guiding your right path. Yes. To earn my bread and butter, the profession called architecture helps me. Truly, till today, to earning bread and butter and house for me, architecture covers everything. So, when I started my architecture practice, I named it as Anamika. I don't know how many of you know the real meaning of Anamika. Anamika means nameless, Anamati, abandoned. A person is, actually it is the real meaning is God. Anamika means God, someone who doesn't have a figure, shape. So I boldly kept that name. Many people were surprised that I kept a very, so Anamika name. And thank God, one of my juniors in the college designed my logo for it way back in 2002, when I was in England. And Anamika is the name, and I opened a bank account and as well as created a website for it without even having a project. I started drawing the entire strategy for the firm. You believe or not, till today I am standing for that. I framed a strategy for Anamika Architectural Designers. Do you know what is it? You won't believe. I said I will not design anything small, and but anything small, and as I want to become quite a well-known architect by age of 60. That's what my plan was, and I wrote it on paper, and it came true, and it is coming true. Actually, it is. I don't know whether I'm doing a good design or not. I don't know. That we will see it in another 15 years. But I wrote it like that, and Anamika architects and designers started like that. And I want to create a brand of that, Anamika as a brand. And I wrote a plan for that. Within 7 years, we started getting attracted. I started getting attention by the newspapers. Our project started getting up in newspapers and all. So that I was happy about it. And I started creating a brand out of it, Anamika as a brand. And to create a brand, you need to do lots of things. Lots of things. If you give me another 1 year day, I can give a presentation on how to build a brand. But to give you a short and sweet, brand is something is holistic. How people see you, how people hear about you, and where and how people see like in terms of materialistically or not in the worldly way how they see you. It's a worldly way doesn't mean that you have to go by Mercedes-Benz car and everything. There. It is about your name. Like if you say somebody's name, you'll have the respect. That kind of thing. So when you say Anamika, some kind of respect. So we created that way, and still we stand for that, and for which we put a lot of basic steps. This is the challenges. These are very, very big challenges. Basic steps are the big challenges. First and foremost, basic step is creating an office, physical office, a small office. I started my firm in a very small space of 10 by 10 in a second floor in Pushpanagar main road. On the same road, I bought a property now. In 2003, I started in a small property on a second floor terrace for a house. It's 2-floor house. Size is about 10 feet by 11 feet size room. In a summertime, it will be very hot like anything because the entire terrace heat will deflect into and it is below the water tank. At least it will have some safe that heat, like reduces the heat. That's how I started it. And you know how I got that space on rent? Because I was after coming from England, I was struggling for basic food and butter and bread and butter. So I went to my college in School of Architecture and Planning, and my professor helped me to find a job in SRM University as a lecturer. We joined there as a lecturer. I'm telling the true story, and I want to tell this story because it should give you some kind of idea how to start your journey and how can you mold yourself. So I started as a lecturer. So I don't think that you all should start as a lecturer. No, it should not. Just to find a solution to have a bread and butter on the table, I started as a lecturer, and I decided that I need to get a client. And the SRM University themselves became my client. They were my first client. And that was a very strange thing where I was sitting on a pavement to wait for a bus, and somebody crossed on the road, and I had an opportunity to talk to the person, and I found out that person is the owner of the SRM University. 2003 December, I think so. Yes. And by February 2004, I got the work order to design the library of the university. At the time, it was called as SRM Engineering College. And that was started as a 24 square feet building. And finally, it ended up as 7 lakh square feet building, 3 plus 15. You believe or not that 110 square feet space within a year became 1,500 square feet space. And we were able to rent a large space in Nungambakkam. And things changed. And you will feel challenges. If things change, and you have to be very careful. Life will not be happy all the time. You'll have lots of challenges. Ups and downs is common. So I mentioned the word called office, space, and location. Nungambakkam. I always strategize in that way. Location matters. How people look at you, and what kind of strategy. If you are an architect, telling yourself as an architect for a 5-star hotel and putting yourself in some kind of remote location, I don't think it will reflect your image. I wanted to start a firm which designs projects for corporates and law institutions. So I want to establish in a place where it reflects my image. So I established it in such a way that I want an address called Nungambakkam, particularly Mahalingappuram main road. And I just dreamt about it, and it came true. Able to buy the property within 7 years of my establishment office. So when you are starting a firm, you should, and I don't say everybody should start only in Nungambakkam. It's wrong, absolutely absurd. What is your strategy? Are you looking for home designers, house designer, or you want to be a product designer, accordingly you have to think about location of your space, office, and affordability. Second, first is affordability. So that's how I strategized. Started in a small firm and put it in Magalingappuram, and small and regular steps. After securing the project in 2004 and getting a first check payment, oh my God, I still believe that I can't forget that day I got the check and for the concept design. I was so happy and I was like freaking out like anything. And it was a one-man show where I have my only one-man show means I'm the only architect and I'm the only everything from peon to clerk to everything. And by that time, I was able to appoint people. And I need to mention one person who helped me to establish myself. And that's none other than your own colleague, Miss Sumati. Mrs. Sumati, father was from our native place, so we know each other very well. So Sumati, luckily, she was my junior in the college. And she was, I met her again in School of Architecture, at SRM School of Architecture and Planning when I joined as a lecturer. She helped me in so much. And that made me to win lots of projects. So what I'm trying to say is, when you want to establish yourself, make sure that you create a brand. For that, first you create a nice name for your architecture as a firm. Then you look at where you are going to locate it. You can't locate, if you want to establish a green architecture firm, don't ever think about Nungambakam. Think about such a nice place where you can establish yourself in a place where the image shows that. Next is, most important is creating clients. How do you create clients? How do you establish clients? It's a big thing. You can't read it in books and get it. It needs lots of skills. You need to observe things. You need to take a lot of things into you. For which main thing is networking. Networking matters a lot. Your friends, your siblings' friends, your father, mother's friends, and your contacts, and most important thing, a smile on your face. That matters a lot. Networking, you should make sure that you are friendly with everybody. Don't be just, and keep them in touch every single month. Some kind of thing, message, some kind of, at the time we didn't have any mobile phone and all, or SMS or anything, but pager helped me. Not pager, I said the SMS came, SMS was there. And I used to send a lot of postcards. Still today I have a habit, I send postcards to my clients. Till today I buy 5 rupees stamp and put it on a post and send it to my clients on a regular basis for seasonal greetings. That is one of the networking. Then I joined Rotary Club. Rotary Club gave me lots of exposure, lots of contacts through which I established a project. And other most important thing, one of the most important thing is reading newspaper. Whenever I visit college to give lecture, or even when I was joined in Midas as a lecturer, I told people your first and foremost important thing to establish client is reading newspaper. How do I? Why should you read newspaper? From newspaper, you will come to know which are the companies starting new projects, which are the companies growing, which are the companies not growing. You believe me or not, in 2004, I used to buy a couple of newspapers. One newspaper is Economic Times. Till today, I'm buying the newspaper. I was reading that newspaper. In one of the news section, in page 4 or 5, it says GV Films is planning to start 100 multiplex. At the time, Mayajal is the only multiplex in Chennai. And at the time in India, I would say multiplex Mayajal was that. And I was very curious to do that kind of project. So when I saw that news, GV Film is, I don't know who's GV Film. I don't have any contacts of GV Films. Then through Yellow Pages, through calling a couple of friends, I found out GV Film office was in Alvapet. Somehow, you believe me or not, I went to that office, stood in that office outside for 2-3 days. Every time I go there, I look for an appointment. They don't give me an appointment. One fine day, the boss crossed that area, that lounge, and he said, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm an architect. I'm looking to meet a person like that." He said, "I'm the boss." And I said, "Okay, nice." London Ganesh, a famous person. And I said, "I'm looking for an opportunity." At the time, I saw a couple of budding stars, budding actors and actors sitting inside the office looking for an opportunity. And Ullam Ketkumen, I think, the movie. And I am also budding thing, right? And without even having any kind of portfolio with me, and went and boldly asked the project, "Sir, I want to do your multiplex." You believe or not, that guy, that client liked that way I was talking to them. He said, "Okay, why not you go to Tanjavur? We have one theater. We have to renovate it from 2 theater to 4 theaters." I said, "Why not? Shanti Kamala Theater in Tanjavur." In 2004, without having a single experience, I did it. I took the project, completed it. I got a couple of more projects from the same client. So what I am trying to say is, social networking is important, reading newspaper is important, and persuading and meeting the probable or the clients regularly, establishing your task, like what to say, your confidence. You have to establish your confidence to them, saying that this guy is able to do it, will be able to do it. So at SRM, my first project is G+15. So without doing any kind of a project before, I started that project. Without having any experience in theaters, I did a design theaters. That's how I all started. With the Rotary Club, I got a couple of residences, large scale luxury residences. I did it. So years moved on. I was able to afford foreign travel again because of that money. I went abroad, established things in a lot of organizations like IUCN and ICOMOS and other things. So you have to make sure that networking starts in professional way also. So become a member of YMCA or Photographic Society of Madras or any kind of organization which will make you to meet other professionals. There is a problem with architects. We always Gundu Chetila Kudra Otra. Most of you can speak Tamil, I think so. Gundu Chetila Kudra Otra, or a small pot, within that pot only we'll ride around. That's a typical of architects. That's not the way to go. That not will professionally make you to grow. Make sure that you are meeting other professionals. And that's the way I did it. That's how I met Dalmia Siemens. And I got a project to do the township in 2008, a large township in Kadapa. And with all the support of my colleagues and Selva Kumar, there's an architect called Selva Kumar who is right now in Pondicherry, in Coimbatore. We won the Kudangulam Nuclear Power Corporation Township. It's a national competition. Guys, it's very, very important to establish yourself and win a national competition. You need to do lots of things, lots of sacrifice, lots of money is involved in it. You have to make model without even taking risk, without having a project in your hand. You are going to do the model and everything. You have to spend money. We did it. Your cash flow has to be sustainable. To do that, I always do something like a small project and big project. Small project with regular payments, big project with bigger payments and delayed payments. So small project with small payments and regular payments makes you to have a cash flow. Cash flow cash flow na some kind of money in your pocket for day-to-day expenses. Day-to-day expenses. Mobile phone bill pay பண்றதுல coffee tea குடிக்கிறது வீட்டுக்கு செலவு குறைக்கும். So what I did is, please see the slide. I'm putting everything in a point by point. I do a lot of things called empanelment. The empanelment word, unfortunately, we don't learn in college. Even in the professional practice syllabus in Anna University, the word is missing. Empanelment. In 2004 to 2014, in India, all the banks and all the big institutions and all the big research organizations used to empanel architects in their organization for doing projects. Banks like State Bank of India to Bank of Baroda, everybody, they empanel architects to do their branch designs, branch interiors. So think of Bank of Baroda having 500 branches in, 100 branches in Tamil Nadu. If you get couple of projects regularly, regular payments, small payments, but regular payments, and it will be quickly done also. Larger projects takes time. It goes for years. Smaller projects gives you cash flow. So make sure that, and all the young architects who are budding from architects who are coming out of the college, you should empanel yourself with an organization who's like Corporation of Chennai or any kind of large organization which who empanels architects for doing projects regularly. So empanelment is very, very important. Empanel yourself. To empanel yourself, you need to do a lot of things. One is called accounting. Summa empanel பண்ணிட மாட்டாங்க. They look for your past experience and they basically look for the financial turnovers. How much you make in a year, how much your profit and loss balance sheets, everything. So discipline in finance is more important. What I am speaking today, what I am speaking to you is the challenges. So I am telling you, if you want to have a pocket money cash flow, you need to do small projects and regular projects. And in the beginning, I told that my strategy is to do corporate projects, not to go for individual small like apartment buildings projects. That is my personal wish. So don't think that it is wrong or right. It's my decision. So our corporate clients, larger projects. But when I do largest project, I will not have regular cash flow. So to have a cash flow, my strategy to empanel. Indian Overseas Bank was one of my first projects. I did it, the renovation of the building. Regular cash flow. Punjab National Bank, Mayiladuthurai, regular cash flow. So these things help me to have some kind of money in my pocket regularly for running the show in the office as well as in my family. So to do this, you need to have a very decent and a neat accounting system in your place. You should be close to any chartered accountant or you can anybody who knows good accounting. Make sure that you pay tax as well as have a good balance sheet. Balance sheet can be 1 lakh rupees per year or even could be 1 crore per year. But keep yourself disciplined. That gives a good image. Even if a client, government clients always look at the balance sheet and your profit and loss. At Kodamkulam, even though I don't have a big projects and everything, my balance sheet and profit and loss helped me to establish the good name. I competed against large guys. And a small, good balance sheet and profit and loss made me to get empaneled with many kind of organizations from FITCO to State Bank of India to ISR to everybody. So regular projects came in, and regular able to pay my TNB, Tamil Nadu Electricity Board bills to everything. So being an architect, it's very difficult, ma. Nobody will give you money regularly. It is not a salaried job. So to keep the strategy to have a regular money, you have to strategize, for which you need to think. Thank God my siblings helped me, and that I can't hide that. My family, my brothers and my mother helped me. And that knowledge they gave me. Make sure that your cash flow is sustainable and forever. Somehow, life is not easy. It will have ups and downs like anything. Today you will not have food, tomorrow you will have plenty of food. But you have to sustain in such a way that you will have regular food. I'm putting it in a point blank way. So everybody crosses that. Everybody who crossed that also will be able to associate with that, what I'm speaking now. So in this slide, what I try to say is, first draw a strategy, establish your brand, create a nice office. Not a nice office means with an expensive interior, a decent office. None of my clients visit my office because they are all big clients. They don't pay. They call me, they'll ask me to come to their office. So having a luxurious interior is not necessary. And after regular small steps and read newspapers, establish your networking, keep touching with your network, send postcards, nice good messages, regular talk, and regular maintaining a good accounting system. Till today, it's been almost 18 years in practice and 20 years of my journey. My clients are repeat clients. repeat me. Whoever I established in 2004 till time, I am architect for them. I get projects from them. Whether it is a government or not doesn't matter, because that's the way I established myself. In terms of good relationship, is matters. So now I put the word called architect. So in this professional challenges, I almost taken a 1 semester of professional practice subject in about 15 minutes. So I'll go to the next slide. Why you need to establish your brand? Guys, do you know that in India, less than 2% of the buildings are designed by architects? Less than 2% of the buildings, wherever, whatever buildings you see in around your place, only 2%, less than 2%. It is nowadays they're saying it is less than 1% are designed by architects. And every year we get 25,000 architects coming out of colleges. You should be unique and you should stand out of them. And everybody can do marketing. Everybody can do information sharing in Facebook and Twitter. How do you stand out? It all matters a lot. You have to create a brand. Even giving a talk in Mohammed Sadak, I created myself a name. So that gives you a brand, that establishes a relationship, that establishes a good image. So step by step, establish your brand. You have to stand out. It's nothing wrong in standing out, but you should not be arrogant. Be humble. Be humble like anything. If you are arrogant, you will be thrown out like anything. You believe in God's always curses you like anything. So be humble, have a smile on your face. You should establish your brand, because everybody is on Facebook, everybody is on Twitter, writing about architecture, talking about architecture. You have to be a little bit unique and different from them. That's why I started doing a lot of research apart from architecture. And also I am interested in wetlands. From Pulicat, I started learning about what is wetlands. I started writing about articles on wetlands. That gave me more than hundreds of articles in newspaper, and many new different clients came in because of that connection. So I established one NGO called RD Foundation. So two things. I always build myself with this. Is it anything wrong? I'm a shellfish? No. You have to satisfy yourself, be happy, satisfy the people around you, for which how do you work? Establish your brand. This slide, this is the turning point, the book I read about after finishing, doing 1996, I think. Oh, no, 2001 or 2. My eldest brother, first brother, I come from a big family, 4 elder brothers. He gave me a book called Never Eat Alone. Wow, what a book, man. That changed my perspectives and changed my way of thinking. My first book, I read it when I was in 7th standard, Edward D. Bono, Lateral Thinking, Think Out of the Box. And this second book, not second, the many books I read. This second book which made me impact in my life is, it talks about social consciousness. Whatever you do, whatever you earn, if you don't have a social consciousness in your mind and thinking, it will not create a good image for you, or even it will not make you happy. And empower others. Empowering others. How do you empower others? I started RD Foundation. The motto and mission of the RD Foundation is empowering through design. I designed a lot of things, particularly designed this product design called Palmyra Palm Leaf Handicrafts. We help about 120 fisherwomen their additional income through Palmyra Handicrafts. That gave me a good image. That gave me a good contacts. Yes, guys, I'm not talking like I'm boosting myself. I'm just giving you an idea. You find your circle around you, what can you do. Then I started practicing and being part of a scientific forums like ICOMOS, IUCN, World Urban Campaign United Nations, traveling around for them. So never eat alone. Never eat alone is a nice habit where whenever if you go to canteen, you sit alone and eat. What will you do? You just look at others or other space, that's all. But if you eat with others, I'm just telling it in a, metaphor, kind of an expression, like if you eat with others, you will share some of your knowledge, you share your thoughts. And that is also is important. When you practice something, never eat alone, never eat your own food. Share with others. They'll be happy, you'll be happy, they'll give you contacts. They will establish contacts. If they are working in IT company, they themselves will give you projects. That has happened for me in winning 2 IT projects. So never eat alone is my motto. And it gave me lots of contacts, it gave me a lot of projects, and it's still making me to run my show and also feeding. Yes. So strategy is draw a strategy, create a brand, take a regular steps, read newspaper. And now why do you need a brand? Because you need to stand out like the red color flower in the center. Then never eat alone. Don't be selfish. You can't take your things with you when you're like the COVID has given you lots of experience, lots of things, make you to understand many things. So you can't go taking with everything from the world. You have to share with others. So a short and sweet presentation. I'm just finishing it, going to finish off very quickly now. Life stages. At the age, when you finish the college, you'll be around 23 and 24. Okay, when you finish your master's, it'll be 25. Be determined, be patient, and have courage. Courage is very, very important. Language matters. So how do you speak? அதுக்காக இங்கிலீஷ்ல தான் பேசணும்னு அவசியம் கிடையாது. ஈவன் தெளிவா பேசுறது. When information, it should be stand and solid. And information is not only oral. Even the paper you send or email you send should be projecting your image. எனக்கு நிறைய இமெயில் வரும் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இருந்து. You know what? Without any content on the thing, subjectல மட்டும் internship request. Without anything in the matter, without any matter on the email, they'll put an attachment. What kind of rubbish? How do I think? How do I feel? Whether they are respecting me or not? If you send such mails to clients with a drawing, how do they feel? So communication matters a lot, whether it is a written communication or oral communication. That shows that you are courage in everything. So make sure that your communication is so powerful and அதுக்காக நல்லா இங்கிலீஷ் இருக்கணும்னு அவசியம் கிடையாது. You can establish a good English by speaking to many people, going and attending many lectures and talks, reading lots of books and novels. But you have to be determined and have patience. Everybody will have a life. Everybody. எல்லா யானைக்கும் அடிச்சு இருக்குமா every dog will a day அந்த மாதிரி. Everybody will have a life and everybody will have an ups and downs. Nobody will have a smooth flow. Right now I am in the age of I'm in a nice what do I say 46 I am now. I'm in the middle. I've gone up and gone down and I'm going to go up and go up like anything. You will be rewarded one day. Determination is very much needed with a thing and with a courage, with good communication, with good networking and good family support. Be closer to your siblings, be closer to your understanding with your relatives, because relatives is a word of mouth for you. They will talk about you. Be a good friend, be good with your friends. They are the word of mouth for you. They'll spread your, hey, I know that architect. He has done that. He's a nice guy. He's a confident guy. He will do it. That's how we establish architects projects. So 25, 45 and 65. My retirement age is 65. I just thought I'll do. By the time you should have a good name and brand and established brand. Like, I'm not boasting myself. My aim is to become like a Charles Correa kind of thing. Let us see. I'm just joking. So this is the life stage. So professional challenges. And the title that what is things in your professional challenges? I talked about strategy, brand, empanelment, reading newspapers, networking, good profit and loss and balance sheet, good accounting system. Be good or write all your expenses. This is my book. You believe or not, I used to write all my expenses. Everyday expenses you should write and be disciplined. And you should gift a lot to others. Good gifts to others is important. And be good to others in terms of even establishing their name. If you talk about others, they will talk about you. So life stages. Now I'm in 46. So if you are in 23 and 25 now, make sure that how you are going to do it. Put in one and every step. So my life journey as a professional practice, I established Anamika Architects and Designers with a passion called Arte Foundation. And we are trying to do something, creating awareness on the second largest water body in India, which is called Pulicat Lagoon, which is the size is double the size of Chennai. Chennai corporation limit is 450 square kilometer. Multiply that into 2 is the size of the water body called Pulicat Lagoon, which is located on the north of Chennai. And many things positively has done in that way and in that lagoon, and government has recognized our work, and also government has started doing some activity that in protecting the water body, as well as we are able to empower around 120 Palmyra leaf handicrafts women. So 2 things, practice and passion. I do earn some kind of a profit from the Arte Foundation as a small kind of credit, and my practice makes me to sustain my life stronger and move forward. So this makes me to find myself, how I see myself and how others see myself. So I have a brand now. I have some kind of a good name. So that gives you progress. So professional challenges should create a brand and make sure that you establish that and progress. Thank you. So in the last slide, I just shown a salad. Life is like a salad, mix of everything. Sometimes you may not like the tomato and only eat the corn and carrot, or you may like everything and eat it. Life is like that salad. So Manimegalai, exactly about 40 minutes or 45 minutes I finished it. If anybody have questions, they can ask. So this is a presentation. I thought I'd share it in a short and sweet way. Professional challenges. I've already spoken in a lengthy way about establishing architects firm and sustaining in that with the small regular steps, empaneling yourself, creating clients, establishing repeat clients, and a good accounting system and brand. Okay. Thanks, Manimegalai. Over to you if you have any questions.
So there is one question in the chat box.
Oh, okay. Chat box.
Can you share some tips on fees or negotiation?
Negotiation. Yes, definitely. I need to kindly drop your question. Negotiation. Guys, this is a very bad world in terms of fees. You can never get the fees what COA says. Don't get you get misguided by the professional practice subject. They say 5% of the project cost. Oh my God! Today, if I got to apply 5% of my township project, then I would have been going in my own flight. So it's not possible. So this cutthroat world where even the government has got the tender system nowadays, they have a tender system where you give your two cover system where you give your technical documents and next is your financial document, financial bidding, and they'll give your project to the lowest bidder. That's the cut and throat. Even the private clients also does the same way. They look for the very lowest fees architect. And now everybody gone to a level where most of them, not everybody, there are architects who are really want to do a project for free also. There are established big architects. They do projects for free of cost. And don't ask me how they earn money. They have the other ways to earn money from the project. So in fee negotiation, it's a talent. And it's also a confidence you build with the architect, client. So let us say you're doing a small project of 3,000 square feet, and that client has seen 2-3 architects, and you are quoting some fees, and you should sit with the client and say that why you are charging that fees, and break down that fees into smaller part. Say that these are the activities, for that each activity, I am taking this money. Then the client will understand. Then you say, if you compare this fees with others, you may find it is higher than them, but you have to create awareness and create knowledge to them, saying that why you are charging, and tell them and make them to understand that why you are charging this and why it is higher than them others, and tell them how others are will be able to do it. That will create a good image for you about you with the client. Negotiation matters a lot in this. நான் அப்படிதான் பண்ணுவேன். கவர்மெண்ட் ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ் தவிர மற்ற பிரைவேட் ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ்லாம் I will break down my fees into small parts. I'll tell these are the activities. And I'll tell, if you're comparing with others, if you find this fees is higher, you may question yourself whether that architect will be able to put all these services with that cost. If they say yes, then ask the question, how do they earn money? They are doing it in a back, in a under the table way or not, or from the contractor or from the material. So negotiation matters a lot with the client, and be honest and be true. Don't have the habit of getting a luncham from your contractor and product promoters. Your lift to create a 10% abdilla vanda. Always make sure that wrong path will lead you to wrong way. Wrong path will definitely lead you to wrong way and make you to fall also. So fee negotiation பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஈஸியா பண்றது பெஸ்ட் மெத்தட். 10 ரூபான்னு போட்டீங்கன்னா அந்த 10 ரூபா 10 டிவைட் பண்ணி அந்த 1 ரூபா இதுக்கு, இந்த 1 ரூபா இதுக்கு, இத்தனை தடவை சைட்டுக்கு வர போறேன் அப்படிலாம் சொன்னீங்கன்னா they will understand, they will appreciate you, and they will come and repeatedly as a client to you. That's what happening for me also. Thank you. Girija?
Yes, sir. There is one more question from one of our professor. What to do as a beginner when you are unaware of a particular technology or concept and one needs to execute it? The fear of failure seems to deter them in standing independent practices. This is a basic doubt that many students get.
Pallavi, architect Pallavi தான question?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Okay, பயப்படாதீங்க. நான் ஒரு உண்மையை சொல்லிட்டேன். இன்னொரு வெளியே யார்ட்டும் சொல்றது கிடையாது. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் நான் confess myself. எனக்கு AutoCAD தெரியாது. ஓகே, AutoCADல உட்கார்ந்ததும் கிடையாது, என் லேப்டாப்ல AutoCADும் கிடையாது, 3D Maxும் கிடையாது. And I've done all the projects. That's what the confidence is. I don't have technology. When I started my technology, I didn't know what is AutoCAD at all. But I made sure that I should not learn it. That is the thing. I want to be a boss. அதுக்காக இப்போ AutoCAD லேர்ன் பண்ணாதுன்னு சொல்லல. அந்த டைம்ல அந்த சிச்சுவேஷன் அப்படி, because when I studied and passed out of the college, it was manual drawing. Suddenly this came in and I was not able, my family was not able to afford the AutoCAD thing and computer at home. So somehow I started hating it, but I made myself a good marketing guy who was able to establish the client without even knowing AutoCAD. So a particular technology, I'm talking about the basic of the technology is AutoCAD, which I don't know. So confidence matters a lot, and you will learn it. You will learn that thing. 10 பேர் அப்பாயிண்ட் பண்ணுங்க AutoCADக்கு, and you do the job of convincing the client about your concept, and you should know how to present your concept. You should always, storytelling matters a lot. Presentation of concept, எனக்குலாம் கான்செப்ட்னா ஸ்டோரி சொல்றது தான், அழகா ஸ்டோரி மாதிரி சொல்லிட்டே போயிட்டே இருப்பேன். And I take a character from the client's office, client family itself. So அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஸ்டோரி சொல்லி அந்த client attract பண்ணி, concept matters a lot, the way you speak. Technology is not a thing. Technology will pass every 3-4 months. So technology doesn't matter. And for which you can even appoint people, or you even appoint clients, and consultants get clients into that. So basic thing is have a confidence. Build a confidence on your heart. Meet good people, have a good circle of people, and failure will never come to you. Failure is a stepping stone. There is nothing called failure. It's a stepping stone. Failure இல்லாத மனுஷன் இருக்க மாட்டான் நிச்சயமா. அது வந்து லவ் ஃபெயிலியர்லேருந்து ஆரம்பிச்சு சமையல் காலையில் பிரேக்ஃபாஸ்ட் ஃபெயிலியர் வரைக்கும் ஃபெயிலியர் இல்லாத ஆட்களே இருக்க மாட்டான். ஃபெயிலியர் இஸ் அன் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ். ஃபெயிலியர் இல்லைன்னா உங்களுக்கு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸே கிடைக்காது. ஸோ கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் மேட்டர்ஸ் அ லாட். அண்ட் அவேர்னஸ் இஸ் யூ வில் ஆன் தியர் பாத் யூ வில் கிரியேட் அவேர்னஸ். ஸோ நான் இப்போ ஒரு பெரிய கன்ஃபெஷன் பண்ணிட்டேன். தட் வாஸ் த கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ். ஐ ஆல்வேஸ் ஸ்டாண்ட் இன் ஃப்ரண்ட் ஆஃப் த கிளைண்ட், டாக் டு தெம், கன்வின்ஸ் தெம், then take them forward with the project, with them in that. More important. Okay, failure is nothing. Failure is a stepping stone.
Sir, there is one more question. Why do you take up only large scale projects?
அது என்னோட ஈகோமா. அது தப்பான கூடாது. கடவுள் புண்ணியத்துல ஏதோ ஒரு ஈகோ சாட்டிஸ்ஃபை ஆயிடுச்சு. ஈகோ, தட் இஸ் ப்ராஜெக்ட் உட்காந்தா அப்படி பறந்து விரிந்த ப்ராஜெக்டாக தான் இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஒரு ஆசை சின்ன வயசுலேருந்து காலேஜ் டைமில். இட் ஹேப்பன் தட் வே. ஸோ அண்ட் ஐ மேட் ஷுர் தட் ஐ வில் நாட் டூ எனி promoters projects because it's a big different thing I've seen from my other architects. So corporate clients or good individual clients doing house projects, but not promotion projects. So that's the way I established, and it is an ego. God's grace, thank God, I was able to do it, and I worked for it. I didn't do it just like that, and I don't have any big dad with big money with big dad and all. It is all we did it personally.
Sir, there is another question. In some cases, the client has contrasting design opinions to what the architect suggests, and at the end of the day, in fear of losing the project, there is a regular compromise on the design in the design. How do you overcome this?
Pratiksha, one thing I tell you, you're losing your confidence is don't compromise your design, but accommodate the client. Client சொல்றதையும் accommodate பண்ணுங்க. அவர் சொல்றதை வரைஞ்சு காட்டிட்டு you make sure, tell them what are the things which may fail. Sometimes cook up பண்ணணும், but you can tell that if you design it this way, if you put it this way, this will happen, in this kind of things will happen, the maintenance problem will come, this kind of material will change, this kind of cost will increase, and convince them slowly to your design. Storytelling, create the way you tell, keep a smile on your face, and the way you tell and client definitely will hear. I've done crores of projects just changing the client's design itself completely. So it is tell slowly with your experience, definitely they'll believe you, saying that okay, the பையன் சொல்றது கரெக்ட் தான், நம்ம இப்படி பண்ணா இந்த மாதிரி ஃபவுண்டேஷன் வரும், இவ்வளவு காஸ்ட் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும். Put it first, always put it that way. Next you'll tell that, sir, tomorrow the maintenance cost will increase, sir, tomorrow you will not have the opportunity to rent it out. அப்படின்னு சொல்லி convince பண்ணி you create kind of thing, but don't tell lie. True to yourself and do not compromise. அதுக்காக உங்க மட்டமான டிசைனை வச்சுக்கிட்டு ஒரே நைட்டு இந்த ஸ்கூல் சமிஷன்லாம் பார்த்துருப்போம், ஒரே நைட்டில் டிசைன் பண்ணி கொடுப்போம், அப்படிலாம் இல்லை. If you solidly work, stand for the design. If you start compromising today, you will compromise throughout your life. But compromises is very important, sacrifice is very important. But how do we do that? Convince the others, accommodate them, make them happy, and you be happy. சொல்றது புரியுது நினைக்கிறேன். Always create a story and convince the client. Okay, storytelling is very important, ma. அது நிறைய காலேஜ்ல சொல்லி தரது கிடையாது, சொல்லி தரணும். Okay, thanks, Mani.
Sir, I believe that's the end of the questions.
Yes.
Okay.
உங்களுக்கு क्वेश्चन சொல்லுங்க. கரெக்ட்டா 11 o'clock 11:10 ஓட முடிஞ்சிச்சு. 1 hour solid.
Illa sir, once when you spoke about the gifts, I still have your gift from Arde and it sits right on top of my table. This is one of the gifts which I received from you.
எனக்கு என்னுடைய போட்டோ கேமரா பின்னாடி அது தெரியுதா?
இல்ல சார், என்னோட ஆமா சார்.
எஸ்
Yes sir, it was out of focus. தலைக்கு பின்னாடி தெரியல.
Life out of focus கூடாது.
This is one gift which I have here, and இன்னும் நான் நிறைய கபோர்ட்ல இருக்கு சார். உங்ககிட்ட இருந்து நீங்க கொடுத்த கிஃப்ட்ஸ் பிளஸ் என்னோட நான் ஆர்தேல இருந்து வாங்கின கிஃப்ட்ஸ். I've been using this for 4 years, but this is still intact, and I received a gift from Amazon yesterday. வரும்போதே டேமேஜ், அது அப்படியே கொடுத்து அனுப்ப வேண்டியதா இருந்தது. அண்ட் இது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா அரௌண்ட் ஒரு 50 rupees தான் இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஐ ரிமெம்பர்
50 rupees தான்.
ஆமா சார், ஒரு 4 வருஷம் முன்னாடி கொடுத்தீங்க எனக்கு. ஐ அம் ஸ்டில் யூசிங் இட் அண்ட் இட்ஸ் ஸ்டில் இன்டாக்ட். அது இங்கே தான் இருக்கும், எல்லாரும் யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம், இன்டாக்டா இருக்கு. ஐ திங்க் பீப்புள் ஷுட் ஆக்சுவலி ஸ்டார்ட் பையிங் தீஸ் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் ப்ராடக்ட்.
கிஃப்ட்னு சொல்றது வந்து gift can be a books, gift can be happiness, gift can be sharing your important small time with the people. Make sure that you spend time with the people. I do that way. Make sure that you spend time and give them new ideas. உங்ககிட்ட வந்து அவன் உட்கார்ந்தா புது ஐடியா கிடைக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி அவனுக்கு ஒரு இது கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் வரும். I do that way. That client also matters. Client also சொல்லுவாங்க, சரி வந்து வாங்க காஃபி குடிப்போம், வாங்க ஐடியா கொடுப்போம். That's how I started my GV Filmsல வந்து தியேட்டர் பண்ணதே அப்படிதான். SRM ஸ்கூல்ல அப்பா அதே thank to the client owner. That's how it started. We go for a walk. So that's எனக்கு கையில 5 காசு கூட இருக்காது, ஜாலியாக சுத்துவேன். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் அண்ட் பி ஹாப்பி, ஹேவ் அ ஸ்மைல் ஆன் யுவர் ஃபேஸ், talk to the people, create confidence. They will think that if I go to this guy, he will make you happy and will give you a good solution. அந்த மாதிரி கொண்டு வரணும். And it not come in தெரிஞ்சுக்கோ, எல்லாருமே யோகியோ எல்லாருமே முக்தி அடைஞ்சிட முடியாது within 23 இயர்ஸ்லயோ 25 இயர்ஸ் ஏஜ்ல. இட் ஸ்லோலி க்ரோஸ், அப்ஸ் அண்ட் டவுன்ஸ் இருக்கும், லேர்னிங் இருக்கும். ஏஜ் ஆஃப் 60 and 70 தான் நீங்க ரியலா முக்தி அடைவீங்க. அதுக்கு வந்து ப்ராசஸ் ஹஸ் டு ஸ்டார்ட். ஓகே, ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் சொல்றேன், நான் அது மையமாயிட்டு சொல்லல.
Yes. Sir, vote of thanks.
Thank you.
I would like to express our sincere thanks to Architect Xavier Benedict for delivering such an excellent session on how life for an architect is in the current scenario, and also about how one should handle their course of life through any hardship and through any situation they face. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
I would like to extend my thanks to our college, Mohammed Sadda KJ Academy of Architecture, for granting me an opportunity to be a part of this annual lecture series. And also, I would like to thank my friends and students for enthusiastically participating in the seminar, despite of all the situations that they are around with the situation.
Hope it was useful. நான் youngsters பேசுறதுக்காக நான் நிறைய கன்ஃபெஷன் பண்ணிட்டேன். So I hope it was useful.
Yes, it was very useful because many people for college, they give lectures on how one has to handle their practical training, the internship program, or how to go about a thesis methodology, or anything about a technology. That is what usually happens when any person comes in for a lecture to a college. But here, this is about the original life, the reality of being an architect.
Yes.
So this is actually a wonderful session, not only for the students, but for many of us here.
Thank you
so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you. So the participants can now leave the session. Thank you so much.